For many undergrads and professionals, choosing a grad school is just as important as, or even more important, than choosing school for their undergraduate degree. You really have to do your homework, no pun intended here. Now, we have a familiar face with us this morning to share more information on this subject. Daniel Rippich, President, University of New England in the beautiful state of Maine. Welcome back.
Thank you, Olga. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here again. So last time you were here, great conversation on undergraduate school. Now let's talk about graduate school. What's the difference between both, Danielle?
Well, usually by graduate school, students are very career focused. They know what they want to do, and they're looking in a more specific way of what's going to get them to that next step in their career.
Now let's talk about that transition, because when I finished undergrad school, I thought about graduate school. I never did it. Some regret there. The transition sometimes can be a little tough.
Well, what we've tried to do at the University of New England is create tracks. We call them stacked programs, so that you can move from your undergraduate school and blend that right into graduate school. And in some cases, for our best students, they can begin graduate education, medical school, dental school, at the end of their junior year.
Oh, that's great.
It is. It saves them a year. It gets them out in the workforce sooner, and it's cost effective.
And speaking of cost, let's talk about the return on your investment. Grad school, obviously, there's a cost there. It's quite expensive. But I would think that someone that holds that degree is making more money as opposed to, let's say, someone like me.
Yes.
An undergrad.
Statistics vary in this depending on certainly the career you choose, but it's over $1 million over the course of a lifetime if you have graduate education.
And how do we go about choosing the right graduate school?
I think you want to look for the place that's going to fit what your interests are. You're going to look for a place that's affordable to you, but I really encourage people not to be discouraged. There's so much in the news today about student loan debt. We really work with students. There are a lot of scholarships that never get used. There are ways to help you finance it. So if you think this is something you want, don't cut yourself short.
Now, what makes the University of New England so unique? I mean, I know the location is just gorgeous. Let's start with that. Very prestigious. But in your opinion, why is it a go-to?
Well, we're very focused on the health sciences, and we understand the workforce needs. We really prepare our students with interprofessional education from the beginning so that they're prepared to go out in this new clinical environment where it's very patient-centered, and that's the focus of all of our graduate programs.
And your campuses, you have more than one, right?
We do. We have a campus in Portland, Maine, a campus in Biddeford, and a campus in Tangier, Morocco.
Oh, wow, beautiful.
So students learn about healthcare in other societies as well. I think for this century, these students, they need to look at the world in a larger way, and we provide that at the University of New England.
And what would you say to those who maybe did not finish or did not continue on, and they say, well, you know, it's just, I'm too old for it right now?
It's interesting. Only 20% of students today are that 18 to 22-year-old. 80% of students in higher ed are over age 23. So it is an adult learning environment, and we know how to help work with people who have lives that may get in the way at times, but we're very cooperative with them and help them. So I think there's no reason for anybody not to think they could continue their education.
And I will say, and it's a humbling experience, when I went to see my sister, she received her doctorate last year. And I had never been to one of those ceremonies, and it was amazing just to watch as she knelt down. And for you, when you see your students come in and do that, it must be just so rewarding.
It is. It's very inspiring, and you know, particularly in the health professions, they're going to go out and touch thousands of lives and make our society and our world a better place. And that's sort of what we're about at the University of New England.
I remember her telling me, well, now you call me Dr. Villaverde, and I went, okay, sis. For information on the university, where do they go?
UNE.edu.
Repeat that one more time for me.
UNE.edu.
Thank you so much for your time again, Danielle. Always a pleasure. And of course, if you'd like more information on this segment, you can head to our website, and that's thebalancingact.com.